Shalom to all our brothers and sisters, Zionists and lovers of Eretz Israel. I'm standing here in Kedumim in the Shomron. Kedumim, the first community that by the dedication of its founders opened the way to the return of Jews to Judah and Shomron. I'm merited to be one of the founders of this community, and now we are entering the 40th anniversary of our life here. I want to share with you a memory from 1967, Yom Ha'atzmaut, the Day of Independence. There were two personalities from different backgrounds that had a spirit of prophecy. It was a custom in Merkaz Harav, a yeshiva, where Harav Kook was the head of the yeshiva, to celebrate Yom Ha'atzmaut with joy and dancing, and usually he used to give a talk about the miracle of having the state of Israel. This year, there was an exception. It was different. Harav Kook spoke about the miracle, about the joy, but he started to cry. Where is our Hebron? Where is our Shechem? Where is our Bethlehem? Something is missing. The same period, Naomi Shemer, a poet, wrote the known song Yerushalayim of Zahav, Yerushalayim of Gold, also putting the emphasis of what is missing in Jerusalem and some sentences mentioning that no people are going anymore through Yam HaMelach to Jericho. 2 weeks later, there was the Six-Day War with the great miracle of us, Israel, defeating the nations and coming back to these areas, Judah and Shomron. I remember those days as joy days and happiness. For me and my friends, we felt there's a message in this miracle, something that requires us to do action, to go back and live in these areas. And this is what we did. We left our comfortable homes and moved to Judah and Shomron with difficult conditions. Against all odds and the skepticism of many people in Israel, we managed to create a revolution. Despite physical conditions, no running water, no electricity, we brought Jewish life back into the Shomron. And today, we have 160 communities established with industry zones, educational institutions, with cultural life, growing economy. This is what we achieved. When we came because this is our land, because it belongs to us. During the years, we found that we are serving as a security belt to the state of Israel, but we always have to emphasize that this is our biblical land. From Kedumim, we can see the hills of Grizim and Ebal, the tomb of Joseph between it, Shechem. Next to Ariel, there is the tomb of Yoshua bin Nun. In Itamar, not far from here, the graves of Itamar and Elazar, and all these places where our forefathers were walking. From Hebron to Afula, there is a route that we use today, Gavahar, the Route 60, which actually is paved on the ancient route Derech HaAvot. Today, when the world is trying to force a Palestinian state on us, they are basing their claims on the denial of our rights on this land. They are basing their claims on the Palestinian propaganda that they were here and this belongs to them, and we are occupying a foreign land that doesn't belong to us. They are basing their claims as if we were never here, they were not Jewish people, and we actually captured the land from the Palestinians, and it's coupled with a lot of anti-Semitism. Today, it became clear that the Palestinians don't want to sign an agreement with Israel. They want to establish a state without an agreement. They have one problem. The reality that has been created, the Jewish life, the established life, prevents the creation of a Palestinian state. And this is why the focus of the world and our enemies is about the legitimacy of the communities. What bothers them is our growth, is the construction. And they're going from state to state, universities, the UN, to prove that we are actually not legitimate. By this, they will create a pressure to uproot the communities. So here we become partners. You that love Eretz Israel, you that believe about our rights to this land, and know that without the heartland of Israel, the areas of Judah and Shomron, there's no meaning to the rest of Israel and no fate for the future to Israel. You are doing your share by your activism, by going from place to place, by articles, by convincing different personalities about our rights and showing how wrong are those that spread the rumors about the connection of the Palestinians to this land. You show the biblical connection, the historical connection, the 150 years of documentary agreements that only Am Israel has the right on this land. And we are doing our share. We are practically building this area that it will not happen, that we will be an obstacle to a Palestinian state, an obstacle in a positive way. We are actually the solution to remain in this area. And this is done by a lot of difficulties, despite the growing terror now, as you hear in the news. Not long ago, on our route to Kedumim, a young girl, Ayala Shapira, was severely wounded by a cocktail bottle. And on a daily basis, we are encountering different acts of terror. And despite the political restriction not letting us build as we can, we are doing our best to grow. And I must tell you, we have our ideas how this area should look. The pace, we don't like the pace of growing. But on the other hand, when we look backwards, how we started, barren hills, nothing. People were sure that we will end up living, and see now 4 generations in the Shomron, in Judah and Shomron. Our grandchildren are getting married. Children are born every day in Kedumim and the area. When we see this, we have the strength to go forward and do whatever we can to strengthen the area. I want to thank you all for your love to Eretz Israel, for understanding, for spreading the word about the importance of Judah and Shomron and what you are doing. חזק חזק באדמנו ובדרי אלוהינו.